The doctor made a mark on Hawking's neck, as it was the only way to enable him to breathe. However, the price was that he would permanently lose the ability to speak. After the surgery, Hawking had a breathing valve on his neck. He could no longer write with his hands or speak with his mouth. In all the years since his diagnosis, he had never felt such despair. His great theory of time would never be known to anyone. At this moment, his wife Jane brought a spelling board with 26 differently colored letters arranged in 6 color zones. Jane would recite the colors in order, and Hawking could select a letter by blinking twice, thus expressing his thoughts. Hawking looked at the woman before him, doing everything for him, and he wept, unable to utter a word despite wanting to say something. They gazed at each other, eyes filled with tears. To better care for Hawking, Jane hired a nurse named Elaine. After using the spelling board just once, Elaine memorized all the colors corresponding to the letters. Hawking was drawn to this remarkably intelligent blonde woman. Elaine knew how to help patients regain their confidence. Under her attentive care, Hawking gradually regained his smile. To help Hawking communicate better, a friend sent him a machine. By pressing a button with his finger, Hawking could spell out the words he wanted to express, and the machine would read them aloud. For the first time, the voiceless Hawking engaged in conversation with everyone through this machine.
My name is Stephen Hawking.
With this device, Hawking felt compelled to do something. He wanted to write a book, to share his long-studied theory of time with the world. This would later become the worldwide bestseller, A Brief History of Time. After more than a year together, Elaine was moved by Hawking's indomitable spirit. She was willing to care for Hawking for the rest of his life. This, however, led to the gradual end of Hawking's marriage to Jane. One day, Hawking made a decision. He wanted to give Jane her freedom. While he would go to the United States with Elaine, Hawking wanted to express his apologies, but the machine could only emit a cold voice. It was their 25th year of living together, and the 25th year of Jane being worn down by life. It was a pain that outsiders could not understand. Jane went to the church and found Jonathan, and they embraced each other tightly. It wasn't until 16 years later that Hawking became single again. Jane and Jonathan took on the responsibility of caring for Hawking until the last day of his life. In 1988, A Brief History of Time was officially published and quickly became a global sensation. Hawking became one of the greatest physicists. Hawking and Jane were invited by the Queen of England to Buckingham Palace, where Hawking was to be granted a knighthood, which he politely declined. In the sun-drenched palace courtyard, the silhouettes of Hawking and Jane became a beautiful sight. Doctors had once asserted that Hawking would not live beyond 2 years, but now, countless years had passed. Their children had grown into adults, a testament to the time Hawking and Jane had shared. If time could truly be turned back, they would undoubtedly have led entirely different lives.